Welcome back to another exciting episode of No Quest for the Wicked. Gentlemen, I have 2 questions for you. First, are you ready to rock?
I think so. I think we're ready to rock. We're at Cody's house.
My brain short-circuited and I thought roll was the first one for some reason. Oh my god.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. I also was talking very slowly because I couldn't remember which I did first.
Strong start, you threw me off strong start. With an alternate intro. Yes, ready.
I'm ready to rock, but the rock is changing and morphing, almost like it's living.
Mm-hmm. More importantly, are you ready to roll?
Fuck yeah. Rolling right up to Cody's front door and saying, hey, Mr. Mazo, please let us in.
None of us forgot our dice. We're all sharp and happy, and it's not early and we're sleepy. Let's do it.
Yeah.
A little recap. Y'all have saved Sonona's Prime. When you were there, the Sononans helped you sort of track down your next steps. Eridaxus, the last Valai, has pinpointed where Penaterus is, locating them on Extium-XII, otherwise known as the Living Planet. At the same time, you learned that Cody also has the sort of spark of creation that the Valai give, and you know that Azen also has a similar Valai influence as well, as Eridaxus was able to track him the same way that he tracked Penaterus, by communing with Valai artifacts, such as Kaya, the engines, everything you have on your ship. They were able to track Azen to the same place, Extium-XII. It seemed like that is where all the signs were pointing, considering that Azen also told you that you needed to go where it all began. When you guys arrived at the planet, there was a massive electrical storm which still rages on above you, and you were greeted by Azen, Cody.
Mm-hmm.
The rain sounds like the ghosts of the gunfire that echoed through this warehouse. Alpha is curled up in a corner, chained to a industrial pipe. He's crying and just shaking, but a wave of relief washes over him when he sees you, blood-soaked and weary, but he immediately relaxes when you enter the room.
I have a certain set of skills that make me a nightmare for people like these.
He tries to force a smile, but even that seems like it's a little bit too difficult at this moment. And he just looks at you and he just says, Is it safe?
It's safe. Don't worry. I've got you. Can I go undo the chains?
Yeah, absolutely. As you are walking over, you see that there is like a terminal in the room, and on it is a picture of Alpha. It's not like a photograph, it's almost like a computer rendering of Alpha, and it looks like they were making a poster, and it just says, humanity must be saved. This cannot be allowed to happen.
Do you know who took you? Who was in charge?
Alpha looks around and just says, it was a big man with a scar over his eye.
Okay, thank you. Come on, we'll be home soon. I just scoop him up.
When you scoop him and turn around, there is, not surprisingly, a big man with a scar over his eyes. He's like full of gunshot wounds. He's got a large open gash from what looks like a blade from his sort of like top shoulder down to his right nipple. He is bleeding profusely, and he's holding onto the edge of the doorway, and he lifts up a gun with sort of all the strength that he has. You can tell that it's almost like he's like trying to sort of straight lift a 100-pound weight. His wrist is crooked. His arm is cranked to the side, using every ounce of strength that he has. And he says, "I can't let you leave with that. It is a disgrace. He doesn't deserve to live."
I just like calmly put Alpha behind me.
He tries to pull the trigger, and it just shoots wide, shattering that computer terminal over to the side. As he flinches backwards, he sort of like reels and lurches back into the railing behind him, and he staggers for a second, almost losing his balance.
Is there anybody else? Anyone else part of this, or just you? As I just like slowly walk towards him with my katana out.
I mean, you know, like you killed an entire warehouse of people.
I meant more like behind, like, you know, is he the head guy? Is he the last? Like, is there more, you know, conspirators? Not like I don't care if there's grunts around, really, but like Cody would want to make sure that either this ends now or if there's more to do, he could bring it to Mazo.
He doesn't answer. He just tries to lift his gun again and pull the trigger. This time he can barely get it sort of like past his knee. And he drops it and slumps over onto the ground, resting his head on the cold metal bar of the railing. And you can see that like he's kind of in his last couple breaths. As blood begins pooling out of his mouth, you can see that all of his wounds that he sustained are sort of leaking onto the floor as well.
I cut the hand off, the one that's nearest the gun.
Yep. He does not resist whatsoever. He looks up at you defiantly with rage, disgust, and then nothing.
As in, he just died?
Yep.
There goes my cool one-liner. I'm going to just rifle through his pockets really quickly to see if there's anything.
There doesn't seem... He has like a comm unit, but there doesn't seem to be anything particularly interesting on it.
All right, I take a picture of his face, and then I turn around to Alpha, and I'm like, well, is that the guy? Because he's dead.
Alpha just... His tear-streamed face just nods.
One more villain down. Come on.
You take him by the hand, and he begins following you down. And then he collapses and almost falls down the stairs. You're able to grab him in sort of like one fell swoop to make sure he doesn't get hurt. And he's like just unconscious.
I assume I have no medicine skill in the past.
I'll allow you to roll it.
Sure. It's probably normal kid being kidnapped and witnessing a lot of violent stuff, but you never know. That one.
Yeah, you assume it's exhaustion. You know, he's been through a lot.
People faint all the time in the movies. I'm not worried.
Yeah, it's a mix of trauma and exhaustion and fear and relief. Like he's finally safe. He was probably putting on a tough act during this, and it's now too much.
I take my coat off and I like wrap him up. I bundle him up in it and head out.
You walk out and the rain is still like pouring. You are silhouetted by the industrial lights that are blaring out of this warehouse. And the second you emerge with Alpha, almost out of nowhere, a small battalion of you've seen them before. They're kind of like Mazo's fixers, sort of emerge from vans nearby and make their way past you and into the building. As the door to Mazo's car opens up, you are sort of like invited back inside the car. Mazo grabs Alpha from you and cradles him in his own arms. And within a few more minutes, the warehouse is ablaze.
He's okay. He just fainted. It's a lot.
You can tell Mazo is especially concerned. And he is, like, freaking out a little bit. And Mazo says to the driver, "Home. Now." The sky above cracks again with red lightning. The storm seems to be increasing. There's now thick cloud cover as far as the eye can see. These peals of red lightning are striking the ground and exploding the earth, only for it to reform in a new fashion after the strike almost immediately. Azen stands still, his back towards you, staring off into the distance.
What are you looking at? anything cool over there? Maybe a cool tree?
He's trying to be ominous.
You can tell he's looking at the Mazo estate, which you can see off into the distance. And to refresh you, it's on a big silver like circle, which seems to be the base that's been built out of that metal, because as the earth around it changes, it doesn't. And the earth can't sort of like penetrate this circle. So like when it raises up, it's almost cut like someone took a giant invisible cylinder and placed it into the ground, and anything that moves around it, nothing happens. There's also a shimmering purple bubble that's over the platform, but it seems to be cracked. There's like holes and gaps and like flickering parts of it. You can see like sort of a hexagonal pattern being broken here and there, and it looks like whatever that effect was isn't at full force right now.
I say we just end this here. He's been nothing but trouble for us.
Come on, Azen, that moody shit doesn't do it for me anymore. We either fight to the death or you tell us what's going on.
Azen, you're part Valai? Like me?
He turns around when you say that and looks at you and he says, have you learned why I need you?
No, but I'm hoping you're over it. We did the thing you asked. We came to the planet, and I think it's time for us to be friends.
Not sure about that one.
He nods and he says, how it began will be how it ends. We've come full circle. I'm not going to fight you because we're all here for the same thing. An ending. And a ripple of earth crosses between you, a wall of stone and dirt. And then when it ripples past, Azen is gone.
God damn it.
Let's just kill him. Next time we see him, we just kill him.
I did this for like a year of my life, was this man appearing and disappearing behind walls like that. He just has a knack for it.
How is this your relationship with him? My God.
I don't know. I was young. Toxic man. I don't know.
Is Azen the Rat Man?
No.
It would be very impressive. It'd be a very good disguise if that was the case.
Yeah, he doesn't have the pizzazz the Rat Man has, to be fair.
He did the thing where he disappeared, though.
The Rat Man probably learned that from Azen.
Whoa.
So, like, you guys think you're like brothers or something?
I was actually going to ask him that, but then
yeah.
I don't know. I tend to make people angry, and when Azen gets angry, it's really scary. So,
well, that was my thought. Is that Cody, you're joy and happiness, and Azen is mean evil times. Maybe you guys were the same existence cut in half, and that's why you're both half alive.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe we need to fuse together into one boring person.
Maybe he likes modern action movies.
Kazan or Audi.
Ooh, Audi is a good one. I think that's also a car brand from back in your day, Cody, but we can maybe work around a copyright.
Azodi.
Azodi, there we go. I'm glad we can make light in these situations where we're probably walking into a trap.
It's all we got, man.
Yeah, if we didn't, we'd just be standing here doing sad stuff or silent.
We can ominously look in the direction he was if you want, if it'll make you feel better.
No, I don't want to climb up on that roof.
As you are standing there, the ground beneath you raises up and perfectly silhouettes you as a streak of lightning comes behind you.
I think I'm upset at this.
Extium-XII, the cinematic planet.
Before we start the day, we're going to need to do some of your housekeeping stuff, like choosing your Jenny ability. We're going to need you to roll your Cathan ability, and then Durrin, you're going to have to tell me if you're taking the Reaper or the Sower effect for the day as well.
I'll just tell you right now, Reaper, 100%.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are going to die.
Well, hold on. Sower is the one that lets you heal. Reaper is the one that does damage.
Yeah, I didn't mean us. I meant them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of people are going to die because of him.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
The point is to induce the damage. We, as a group, are going to end up killing a lot of people, I feel.
Gotcha. Okay, what Jenny ability would you guys like?
I am going to go Encore.
Okay, so that's the reroll at a -2. Okay, Merrick?
I'm going to take Thick Skin. It's going to be a long day.
That's the one where you get to heal, right?
Yeah, stamina points.
Yeah, 3d6 plus your level and stamina points. What are you doing, Durrin?
Rocker Inspiration, it is my go-to. I love it too much. Especially with, I have to make 2 checks to do heavy damage. Yeah.
Perfect. Tell me if you're going to improve your melee weapon or your ranged weapon.
I'm going to do melee.
Okay, roll me a d4.
That's a 1.
That's boost. 1d8 boost. Merrick?
I really wanted reach.
I'm going to do melee, also hoping for reach. I rolled a 3.
That's reach.
Let's do it.
Long
Durrin?
sword.
Range, of course.
Okay, give me 1d4. 4, sniper. Your weapon has a range of 250 feet.
That's actually badass. That's really good.
And we have a fresh Zelfist gel, right?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
A fresh Gelfus.
Let's do it.
Well, we have to go to the estate.
Is there any way in, or is there any weird way to get in, or is it just you walk in?
I don't know. Part of me feels like we should just knock.
I guess.
What about you, Cody? This is your house.
Yeah.
Do you have a key?
I don't remember a lot of things. This is one.
Check your key ring.
I pull out my keys.
The key.
It's a ways away. It's kind of off into the distance.
Okay, we're not there yet.
It's not going to be that far of a walk, maybe like a 10-minute walk. But then there is also like it's the full estate grounds, not just a house. Think of sort of like any rich person's like house. It's this huge long driveway and then a roundabout in front of it. Then there's the house proper, and then there's like the shed, the gardens, the like tennis court, the pool. Like it's the full grounds of the Meso estate that's on this platform.
Is the shed between here and the house?
No, you're facing the front of the house right now, so the shed would be behind. You can see it like off to the side where the gardens are, but it's past the house.
And we don't see people like moving around the like grounds, right?
No.
Does the place look, aside from the fact that the shield's not fully functional, does it look like the place is in disrepair?
No. I mean, it's hard to tell sort of specifics here, but what you can tell from here is that the lawn, the hedges, the garden, all of those are immaculately maintained.
Let's get closer. That's pretty much what we have to do now.
I guess we gotta be ready for Hayden.
Can I scout the area as we move up?
Sure. Everyone give me sort of like what they're doing to traverse this gap. You are currently, it's just like a wide open sort of like plains situation. There's some deformities in the ground because of the nature of the planet, but for the most part, like it's just a flat kind of approach towards what would you all like to do to get there?
Mine's easy. I'm pretty much just scanning with my scout finder as we go, like looking for threats, especially Hayden, as mentioned.
Sure. Cody and Merrick?
Yeah, Merrick is used to sort of rough weather, so he's just like cloaking up over his face and just like keeping his body a little bit low to the ground and just striding forward towards the house.
Cool. Cody?
Yeah, I feel like Cody, instead of being like athletic and trying to power through it, is just going to opt for like almost when you're on a boat, instead of fighting it, just go with if the earth changes, just be a little bit more acrobatic about it and like move with the motion of the earth and shit as it goes.
Okay, well then this makes this a very easy thing. Merrick, give me an athletics check. Cody, give me an acrobatics check. Durrin, give me a perception check.
Correct. 35 for my perception.
Okay.
28.
Okay.
Nat 20, baby. First Nat
Okay.
20 of the show. That's going to be a total of 33.
Amazing. You guys are all able to, despite the sort of like shifting ground, you guys are all sort of well accustomed to this already. You are taking your time. You're using the abilities and skills and strengths that you have to overcome this fairly easily. Durrin, with your perception check, you can confirm that there isn't a single person on the exterior or, from what you can tell, interior of this house. It looks completely deserted. You don't see any signs, you don't see vehicles, you don't see anything. However, as you are approaching, you see a ship break through atmosphere in the distance, and it just dive bombs into the ground and crashes way off into the distance.
Okay, can we talk about that?
As it hits the ground, you see a hole open in the planet, swallow it whole, and then it disappears.
Oh, I was about to say I didn't trust anything going on here with the lack of people, but now that happened, and
Was it our ship?
Yes, actually, was it our ship or Meso's ship?
It was not the Persistence, but you can give me either an engineering check or a piloting check.
Hell yeah.
I could do engineering for days. 33.
I got a 24 piloting, but it counts as a 29.
Okay, both of those are enough. You know that it wasn't the Persistence, but it certainly was an Eris shuttle.
Eris class.
Did you saw the ground open and eat it?
Yeah, they have some control of the planet, it means.
That's why, I was going to ask, did it look like the ground did it in a friendly way or just gobbled it?
Friendly.
Did it make contact first, like hit the ground, like crashed and then opened?
It hit the ground, and then almost immediately after was like swallowed.
Did it? Oh, I thought the ground opened up to take it. Fuck. Okay. I don't know how to interpret that.
That's like from some foreshadowing nonsense, I think. Like, I say we just power on. It might make sense later.
Yeah, there's no one watching, at least that I could tell.
You guys are about like a couple strides away from the estate, and you see the edge of this like metal platform. You see now that there's ever so slight shifts in the grain of the metal, and you can tell that is what's sort of like keeping it balanced. And in front of you is this purple shimmering field. You can now see the hexagonal patterns a little more clearly now that you're closer. And they're just kind of sort of like slowly moving around and rotating around as if it's a sort of a constantly refreshing effect, essentially. But as you take another step closer to the estate, the ground beneath you pushes back and slides you backwards about 100 feet. And a canyon erupts around you. You guys are walled in on either side. A strike of lightning crashes down in front of you and crystallizes some of the sand and dirt. And there is now this like massive wall of what looks like almost like a glass, like a, when lightning hits sand, it turns into that hardened glass. There's now a wall of that in front of you. Easy enough to get around. Like, it's not a perfect wall. It's more like almost like a pine cone shape from where the lightning struck and the way that the sand was moving at the time. But it's now like right in front of you, and you can see that it's like this reddish, almost purple glass looking substance.
The planet doesn't want us to get there.
It's actively working against us.
I'm sorry, Mr. Planet, but we have a job to do.
This used to be my home too, planet.
I'm not sure if planet itself has a personality. I think Mazos is controlling it somehow, or it's just some automatic defenses from the house.
Probably. Well, I guess we try again.
Keep on powering.
Can we check that glass real quick for funsies?
Yeah, give me I believe a physical science check would be what you need to roll.
I put ranks in that just in case. 27.
Yeah, you notice something strange about the glass. Specifically, that the thing that you notice is that the glass isn't a solid anymore. It's made up of these like tiny refracting, like almost like quartz crystals. Instead of it being like one solid mass, it's these tiny little quartzes of sort of uniform shape, but there are some irregularities.
My brain is jumping into like nanobot crystals for some reason.
Kind of, and it makes more sense when the glass shatters and a swarm of these crystals emerges and attacks you.
Oh, okay. Well,
we could have just gone around, Durrin. You had to look at the shiny rock.
I had to. It was so shiny.
Everyone roll for initiative, please.
Yep.
It's one of those days, isn't it?
And with your your knowledge check, I will give you some information about the creature as well. Damn, this thing I think has the best initiative I've ever rolled for, like not a number, but like the best based initiative, and it's just shiny crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I rolled a nat
Allegedly.
1, so.
Okay, Merrick, what'd you get?
24.
Okay,
29.
perfect. Cody,
Nat 1 for a 10.
nice.
Hopefully I'm getting all the ones out now.
I hate swarms.
Yeah, swarms are the worst.
So, before we get going, Durrin, you know that, yes, this is a swarm. It has slightly different rules, but you know that physical attacks are going to do half damage.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that targets a area effect does 50% more damage. It is immune to combat maneuvers, bleeding, critical hits, being off target, being pinned, being prone, being staggered, and stunned.
As well, I'm assuming my trick attack doesn't do shit to this thing.
Nothing about being precision. It says critical hits, but it doesn't say precision damage. It can't be flanked.
All our secret moves, Cody.
It is also
Can't do the
considered.
hammer and nail.
It's also considered a construct as well. So it's immune to bleed, death, disease, mind affecting, necromancy, paralysis, poison, sleep, and stun. Also can't be affected by ability damage, ability drain, energy drain, exhaustion, fatigue, negative levels of non-lethal damage, and anything that requires a fortitude save. And then it also has some abilities, and I will let you choose 1 through 3 to see what you've gleaned.
Oh, number 3.
You can tell that the way it's currently circling and moving, and the way that the electricity sort of activated it from the lightning strike, you can tell that it has some sort of energy redirecting ability. And you can tell that anytime it's going to take damage, it's going to redirect that as electricity damage.
Any damage? It's immortal?
It takes the damage, but it refashions it. It like repurposes it into electricity damage.
Do we know if it has any immunities to electricity?
I think it's pretty much what I've I'm not sure we're going to get more.
I've revealed all of its immunities.
Did anyone pay attention? It was a long list.
All I know is that I can't bull rush it, and that he didn't mention electrical.
Fire damage is probably good, right?
Yeah, fire. Stay away from electricity.
Durrin.
Oh, shit. I assumed they were going to go first. Okay. All right, as a swift action, I am going to activate my Eyes of the Seer to store a D20 roll. I'm going to store that 19 in there. Nice. That belongs right. That belongs right in there. And I'm assuming I'll use a move action to swap from electric to fire, right?
Yep.
Cool. Then I don't get my full round, so I'll just shoot an attack at it. Let's see what happens. Let's have some fun.
It's a move action to store your... So you've done a swift and 2 move actions.
Oh, I misread. I thought the swift was the store. Okay, cool. Then I will... That's it for me, then.
Okay. Merrick, it's your turn.
All right, how far do I have to move to get there, or are they on top of me?
You will have to move to approach them, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move, leaving a little bit of distance for my reach, and I'm going to swing my sword, because that's all I know how to do, going into photon mode. That's who I am. A 25 to hit.
25 hits. What kind of damage does your sword do?
I just realized that some of my sword damage is electrical.
Okay.
Remember when we fought Ultimate Decker and Dane was like, oh, everyone's using electrical, and now, we're fighting electrical crystal monsters. Weird.
But only 2d4 of my damage is electrical.
Cool. The rest is slashing, I assume?
Yes, the rest is slashing.
Okay, you're going to have to give me a reflex save, please.
Oh, I should have gone to Graviton. Neat. That's going to be a 19.
19 succeeds. You're going to take half damage from this counterattack ability he has. As you take a slash, you can see that the quartzes sort of shatter and spray you with shrapnel. You take 4 points of electricity damage, and then you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. As you charge those crystals, they begin reverberating and just begin like spiraling around really quickly and begin just like pelting you. What do you do?
So my damage is going to be 43 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so that gets halved because it is a swarm.
Yeah, and 4 electrical damage.
Perfect. It is its go, and it's pretty great. It doesn't have to roll to attack. It just does.
Yep.
You can see it almost like a slingshot. The back half of it pulls back and shoots forward. And it's going to use its charge ability, and it's going to hit all 3 of you.
Whoa. Any attack of opportunity with any of this? Just wondering.
No.
Fun. Cool.
Swarm, Terry. We can't have fun here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
We're going to die to Dane's swarm outside the house.
Everyone takes 23 points of bludgeoning damage as this swarm just like pelts you guys with these quartz crystals. It's now behind Durrin.
Oh.
So pretty much
Damn
like
it.
slingshot across the other end of the canyon or canyon.
How am I supposed to do
we just ran away.
a full round action?
Yeah, we can just go. Fuck this.
Cody, it is your turn.
Okay. How far away is it from me?
I would say like you guys were around the same at like 10 feet away.
Okay. Move action, I activate enhanced resistance to electricity.
Okay.
Standard action, I'm going to charge and swing twice.
For your first attack, I'm going to give you my 19. I'll take away a resolve point.
Ooh. Okay. I just
Just
get it?
I just didn't want it for your attack roll. You just get it, and I didn't want to waste that resolve.
One thing I was going to ask, when I activate my matrices, is it a action or is it just...
It's a swift action.
Okay. Well, it's just if I was going to activate my thing, but I wasn't sure. And if I had, I crit on a 19, but it's okay. 37 to hit with the first one.
Yes, absolutely.
That is 37 points of damage.
Any of that electricity.
Half of that is electricity. So I guess what, 18?
Okay, and then the other half is bludgeoning, I assume, if you're using a hammer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a reflex save, please.
Sure. Yeah, we'd love to see it. That is a 27.
Amazing. Cool. You pass, so you're only going to take half damage. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and 10 points of electrical.
Oh, okay. So you'll notice none of that goes through apart from some of the bludgeoning.
Cool.
Nice.
Top of the round. It is Durrin's turn.
I get 2 attacks.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you
Sorry.
very much. That is a 26.
26 hits.
33 points of damage. Again, 12 or 16 of which is like electrical.
give me another reflex save, please.
26.
Perfect. What is your energy resistance, just so I know?
I believe it is my level, which is 12.
Okay, then I won't roll electricity, because he's rolling 2d6, and he'll never get more than 12.
Nice.
But you are going to take half of the bludgeoning damage, which is 4.
And because of my subdermal plating, I only take 2.
Woo! Great. Durrin, it's your turn. Top of the round.
Cool. Let's do a trick attack. Let's get some of that extra damage on him. For my stealth, I have a 34.
Yep, that is enough.
Unless it doesn't unless stealth, it just ignores stealth and we missed that part. And then let's get my attack off. And I got a 25 to hit. EAC.
25 hits.
Sweet. All right, let's roll that precision damage. I'll do my regular fire damage first. What? Holy shit.
Is your gun just energy damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled 3d4s and all of them came up 3s, so I'm pretty happy about that. 20 points of damage from there, and then an extra 26 points of damage on top of that. And I know it goes half, I believe, right? But hey, it's something.
Correct. Let me do some math.
The math is the content.
1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 1 = 3.
Numbers aren't even real.
Okay, Merrick, it is your turn.
Okay, so for my laser stick, Dane, because I can use a resolve point to do like a area of effect attack. What kind of damage is that?
You sure can. I don't remember what we determined it was.
I don't think we said it was electrical. So
it's a laser, so it should be fire.
Okay, I'm going to do that then. I'm going to use a resolve point and do an AoE attack.
Nice. Use those resolve points, boys. Use them all up.
That's going to be a 30 to hit.
You don't need to roll for this. It's because it's an
AoE.
AoE.
Swarm.
Yeah, it's an AoE attack. So roll your damage, and it's going to do 50% more.
35 plus the half. I didn't add the bonus. So yeah, Merrick holds his staff as a beam of silver energy blasts from it, causing like a little explosion around the crystals.
Fuck yeah. As you do, you can see that the light ends up getting refracted through the quartzes, and it's just sort of like ping-ponging inside the swarm. You see some of them like pop with the heat. They just go and you did 52 points of damage. Nice. A very good attack. It is its turn, and it's going to do the same thing. It sort of like recalibrates itself, pulls back, and just snaps through this sort of, fake canyon that's been built around you, and is going to hit all of you again. That's another 23 points of damage.
Can't believe we're going to have a short rest already.
I mean, it's a long walk. It'll be fine.
It is Cody's turn.
I guess, yeah. Charge to attack again. Oh, move action boost. Charge double attack.
God, I wish we had spellcasters. This would be so much easier. Holy shit.
This whole campaign would have been much easier if we had a spellcaster.
Would have been harder for me.
Another 19 on the die. 33 to hit.
Yes.
Even with the boost, this is lower than last time, but 34 points of damage, 17 of which is electrical.
Okay, give me a reflex save, please.
Now, Dane, because this is a swarm, is my adaptive ability useless?
What does adaptive do?
The more I hit a creature, the more my weapon.
No, this counts as a creature. The swarm is the creature.
Okay. That is a 22 reflex.
Cool. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
That is 1. And then my next attack.
Well, actually, how do you kill it?
Oh, thank God. You see, my hammer start to glow as I, press the button on the thing that Cathan gave me. And as I, jump in, I just, I slam down. And it's it looks like I missed the swarm, but then the ground below, erupts up and just, shatters all the crystals.
Yeah, they get scattered. And as enough of them have been smashed and scattered and far enough away from each other, you see the rest of the quartz just kind of, drop to the ground without any sort of magical energy animating them anymore.
Hell yeah.
And as you do that, the canyon walls around you just drop into sand around your feet.
I thought that was going to be our nightmare all session.
Yeah.
Sorry, planet.
Should we just take a slow walk up to the gate now?
I mean,
maybe a 10-minute walk just to
I would
be
agree
safe.
with that. Yeah, nice, slow 10-minute walk.
Yeah,
to just,
100 feet, 10 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds right. We can make that work.
Is that you saying you're using a resolve to take a 10-minute?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Dane, I'm aware of your plan to just put a bunch of annoying creatures against us, so we have no resolve points going into the boss fight.
Yo, I'm only down 30 points. Should I just wait?
I'm also realizing that the Eye of the Seer that I was given is just a way to drain my resolve, and
Hey,
and I've seen your plan, man.
Yeah,
I see it.
all a secret.
It's such a cool gift I gave you,
Oh,
Terry.
it's great. It's so good. I love it. I'm just noticing a pattern.
Okay, whoever's resting, take your rest. Also, I don't think it matters because I don't think you guys went into your health, so like your regenerative blood and Zelphus' ability doesn't trigger, but I want to say them so I remember them in the future, and you guys remember them. Cool, yeah, you get to the house again.
Let me lead the way just in case the shield remembers me.
Sounds good to me.
I try to move through the shield.
I wonder if you still have access.
You do it with no problem.
I did it with no problem.
You see it sort of like ripples for a second as Cody walks through, but it's completely fine.
Do you think we can go through safely, Merrick?
After you, Durrin.
Aye, Captain. And I will walk through.
Cool.
Are we good?
You seem to be, yeah. I do need a will save, though.
There it is. There it is. I see it. I see. I have a 24.
You look behind you, and you see Therum.
Oh, that's
God
weird.
Damn it.
You don't remember ever landing on Extium-XII, and you are just like, you found Mazo's house on Therum, and you landed on Therum, and
that's wild.
here you are.
What the fuck?
I don't feel that way.
Nope.
Okay, does Merrick realize this before he crosses through? Like,
There's no way you would.
no.
Yep.
All right, let's do
Durrin
it.
just randomly is like, I'm on Therum.
I
Yeah.
love being on Therum.
I don't even think I would
With
bring
my
it up.
friends on Therum.
No, there would be no reason why you would, because
Yeah.
as far as you're concerned, this was always the plan. This is what you did. You came here you were looking for Mazo's place. Yeah. It's on Therum. You went to Therum, and here you are.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my 24 is not going to be any better than Terry's 24.
It is not. No. Once you cross through the bubble, once again, the red sky disappears. It's the cerulean blue of Therum on a beautiful day. You hear the bustles of the streets and the busy, crowded roads. You can hear every now and then a honk in the distance, maybe a siren or two. The birds are chirping. There's a nice breeze. You're on a beautiful Therum day.
Wait, how does our brain justify our not finding this on Therum before?
You did find it on Therum.
Damn it. Oh my god.
It was weird that those crystals were on Therum.
You don't remember that either.
We don't remember the fight?
We remember landing on Therum and coming here.
We don't remember Azen talking to us at all?
Oh shit.
Nope.
What the fuck? That's fucked up.
All right, Terry, let's get our Oscar award-winning performances ready, buddy.
Yeah, I don't even know. There's nothing to bring up, though. That's the problem. It's just we wouldn't even talk about this.
All right, Cody, should you just go knock on the door?
Yeah.
Wait, did you fail your one too?
Yep.
Yeah, let's try to keep being stealthy, I guess. But
Well,
yeah, I
sure,
assume they're
okay.
ready for us.
I mean, no one's out here to meet us. I'm assuming
yeah,
there's no one here.
it's probably empty.
You guys walk in, you take a look at the estate, and the perfectly manicured lawns and the perfectly pruned hedges surround this sprawling estate. There's a long driveway that leads up to the front door with a roundabout in front of it. There is a fountain in the middle. Every now and then the sun catches it. There's a bit of like a rainbow effect coming off of it. The garden in the left side is perfectly taken care of. You, Cody, you see the dahlia garden that Mazo attended to personally is still completely the way it was. All the flowers perfectly trimmed and arranged. The flowers and the colors just the way that he liked them. And in the distance, you can see that the front doors are open.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
It's an invitation, I suppose.
I would imagine so.
Let's just do it.
But kind of perception just to look around, just because I don't remember scouting this place at all. So, there might be people watching. Perception.
Yep.
All right. 27.
You don't see anything. The only thing you would notice with that is that the house is unattended by anyone.
How does my brain deal with the concept that I now believe that Azen and Penny aren't here because I think I'm on Therum, but I know that they're on the living planet?
So your brain knows that you are going here to find Azen and to find Penny.
So they're still relative. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that doesn't change my day that much.
Why'd you say that?
Cody, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Not at all. Ooh, we should go for a drink after this.
I would like that.
Cody's just like, yeah, we should.
There's this great little bar I met Azen. Anyway,
Here? Wow.
should we? I'm a little bit nervous. Like, should we check out that gardening shed that you mentioned a bunch? But first, Cody, just to
I would love to do that. Honestly, I was gonna lie to you guys and say we should go in the back and then just go through the shed because I wanted to go back there. But now that I don't have to lie, yeah.
Let's check the shed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be aware though. This could be booby trapped, so look out for mines, bear traps.
Hayden,
chilling in the shed.
what
Hey, guys.
what do you call a trap that's Hayden based?
Okay, what do you call it, Cody?
What is it?
A tripwire, a Hayden tripwire.
You lose a resolve point.
You need some work on that.
Everyone takes psychic damage as well.
A Hayden tripwire.
We got to workshop that a bit.
Yeah,
It'll come
we'll
around.
get you a
It'll come
tight 5. We'll get you a tight 5, Cody. Don't you worry about it.
My 5 is loose.
It's a loose 5. It's a loose 5.
You guys go to the shed, and it's exactly as you remember, Cody. The sort of like screen door is propped open with a brick, but you can't hear anything inside.
I'll go in just in case there is a trapwire. I'm gonna perception.
Sure.
Poorly. 17.
You don't see anything. You also don't hear
Alright.
anything.
I open up the door.
Yeah, you go inside and it has been cleaned out. Like some of the basic furniture is still there. You can see sort of like the back corner where Shane's cot is still there. The shelving and the tables and everything, but like the record player, the fridge door is open and ajar and nothing's in it. All of his belongings are gone. It's just sort of like an empty shed now.
Cody just like stands there a minute. This was where everything changed for me, you know?
And everything will change again here, Cody, when we find Alpha, okay?
Yeah, I'm glad I could show you guys this place. It's really important to me.
I point to like a Cody was here, probably engraved in like in back of a door or something.
On top of a support beam.
That was me.
You then notice that it's been carved like pretty much every wooden surface as Cody was here. Every tree, every wooden piece of furniture.
It was a phase.
I point at one. I'm like, that was Cody W., one of the gardeners, but all the rest were me.
Should we just go in through the back door since they want us to go in through the front door, or is this a reverse psychology thing, we think?
Maybe a side door.
Ooh, is there a side door?
Oh, there's side doors everywhere.
They know we're here. It's Mazos. I don't think whatever route we go matters at this point.
Maybe through a window?
Oh, Cody, what's your favorite door? Let's just do all Cody's favorite things today.
Yeah, it's a Cody day.
Mazo didn't like when we went in side doors because he said they weren't for people like Alpha, so just the front door.
Wait, what?
Oh.
That's a weird phrase to use. All right, let's
All right, front door.
front door.
Yeah.
Mazos, great guy. He seems real great.
Great guy, yeah. Kind man. Has done a lot for humanity.
I mean, technically, he was one of the guys who saved humanity.
Oh, shut up, Dane.
When I saw the thing in the flashback, Cody back then was too focused on other stuff, but Cody now, do I remember that?
What are you talking about?
The thing on the data pad that was like, this can't be allowed, you know? Because I feel like Cody back then didn't really care because he was too focused on the immediate, whereas Cody now would be intrigued by that.
Sure. Well, you know that Alpha was taken by Cadrical's Keepers, like the original sect of Cadrical Keepers, which are a human supremacy group.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But in the thing I saw on the data pad, was there any specifics? Or
No,
just,
it looked like it was like a propaganda poster.
Yeah, cool. Just because he's mulling over that because it just kind of flashed into his head, and he wishes back then he had taken more time to go through it. But
you know what? As you're thinking of this, and as you are standing out in this garden for the first time in 60 some odd years, you remember a pretty important day, and you and Alpha are outside playing. He's been a little bit weird since all of it happens, which makes sense. He went through a traumatic event, and you're kind of maybe overcompensating, overcorrecting.
Oh, for sure. I'm just going way too hard all the time.
But he seems to appreciate it. It never seems like it's too much. He seems like he knows what you're doing, and he appreciates the effort that you're putting in. And right now you guys are playing a game of what game would you be playing?
I feel like we would, or one of our favorite things is to replicate scenes from movies. So whether that's in like a VR bay or whether it's just ourselves, I think right now we've set up dinky like targets in the garden, and I would just like jump, like run up a tree and be like, look, it's like Escape from Dublin 9. And I run up and like backflip, and as I like backflip, just like throw 2 daggers into 2 like they're foam daggers probably.
Yeah.
Into these 2 like
daggers.
dinky targets and knock them over and like land and like look at them expecting, you know, a lot.
Yeah, and like this is the first day since it's all happened that he's finally starting to sort of like participate as well. Like he's not just kind of like sitting there and occasionally laughing or smiling at your antics. He's also kind of like running around with a little like foam blaster and is like diving and like cartwheeling and like somersaulting and shooting things as well. And it's really nice to see a return of sort of like the old Alpha. But as he's running, he stops and drops his little blaster and puts his hands on his knees for a second, as if he's like really winded all of a sudden. He looks up at you and his face is red, almost like he's choking. And then he begins coughing really, really, really hard. Like his eyes are going red. And when you run over to him, you notice that there is blood in his hand from where he started coughing.
Is there anyone else around?
There's some of like the like grounds staff walking around, and this is definitely like it's loud enough and it's bad enough that like people have stopped what they're doing to look.
I see Cody W pruning one of the hedges, and I'm like, Cody, get someone, please, now.
He nods and like drops his tools and he runs into the house.
And I'm just like, hey, you're okay. And I'm just like patting him on the back. I don't know what to do.
Within like seconds, Mazo is running. There's a person walking with a tray of what looks like they're moving like dishes from the back house into the main house. And he just barrels through them. The plates go shattering, the glasses smash on the patio ground. And Mazo runs to Alpha, and he looks at you with panic and fear, and he says, everyone out. Everyone goes now.
I don't.
He looks at you and he says, get everyone in the house, in the foyer, and get them out now.
I do.
Yeah, and you begin sort of like rallying everyone to the front. Everyone is very confused, and you see Mazo run Alpha down a hall towards the study, and you're back standing in the garden.
You just see like Cody kind of like sway a little and like rub at his head.
Probably try to put I don't think I could reach your hand. Just a quick little. Okay, it'd be a long reach. I just like put my hand on your shoulder. Like, you can do this, buddy. You can.
It's so much of it's coming back. This is where it all happened. Alpha was sick or something.
What's the chance that disease that Mazo's wife had is it genetical?
I don't know. Can I roll a medicine check?
Sure. I will let everyone roll a medicine check, because I think you would have, like, I don't know if you guys ever asked, but I think it might have been mentioned when you were
28.
Cool.
I got a 2.
I got a 24 with a natural 1.
Nice. Cody, yours was high enough that you know that during your time on Knee, and specifically in Project Dahlia, that yes, the disease that Helena had and died of was a genetic dimensional disease. So not only was it a thing that was sort of like in her genetics, but also in every one of her possible versions' genetics as well, which is why it was so hard to cure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It was genetic.
Cody, all I can say is your friend is steel yourself for whatever we're going to find.
Yeah.
These revelations may come to you in situations of distress when our lives are on the line, and in those moments, you have to stay focused.
I will.
Remember,
I'm here.
our purpose is to save our friends, to stop this conflict. We will do everything we can to find Alpha and get you closure, but remember the true goal. Remember what's at stake.
I can do this.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Front door.
Okay. You circle back around to the front of the house and walk in. The foyer is exactly as you remember it again, right down to the like the vase and the flowers in them. The foyer is huge. Once again, there's a small water feature against the back wall. There are two sort of curved staircases that crest up and over onto the second floor. Plush red rugs run down and line the passages into. There's a set of double doors in front of you, and then there's one that stretches to the east and one that stretches to the west. You know that the west goes to sort of like the kitchen and the dining hall. The east goes towards the study and the sitting room. As you walk in, you see a crackle of red electricity shoot from all the electronics. It starts in these small side lamps at the little credenzas on either side of the door, and then they shoot up to the large crystal chandelier and then crest over to these sconces on the wall as they light up the whole room.
That's kind of cool.
Where do we even begin?
The study, I think. It's this way. And I turn east and I start going down the hallway.
I'll follow.
I will take up the rear.
Cool.
I'm going to percept as I go.
Sure.
17.
You don't notice anything strange, but I will say that as you walk past anything electrical, it sparks with that red electricity and turns on. Little side lamps, the sconces on the wall. At one point in time, you cross by a small like thermostat, and you just see like the numbers going crazy on it.
Weird.
Engineering check on that, unless Cody was the one that saw that.
No, it's not that subtle. It is like flashes of like red electricity. So you can absolutely do an engineering check on it.
Yeah, I wanna. I got a 37.
It's difficult to see what's happening. It's certainly an electrical surge, the way that like a grid could be overpowered, but there seems to be something different about it. And it certainly seems very similar to the red electricity that is currently, actually, no, it looks weird. Because you don't remember
Never
the
mind.
electricity.
It looks weird.
You can tell there's some sort of electrical surge happening, but you're not sure where or why.
Does anyone remember when we turned down the street to walk up here, whether the door was open?
Yeah, the door was open. It was an invitation, remember?
No, but when we were up the driveway. I'm trying to think if when we were just walking down the side street, if like when we just came into view, because I'm curious whether, I know Azen called Cody the key, so I'm curious if Cody's presence here is what's causing this. Like if the door opened up because Cody was here.
Yeah.
If the lights are turning on because Cody was here.
But it seems...
I don't remember.
But Mesos wouldn't want Cody here, right?
Or would he because he's the key?
You were scoping the place out back when we saw that ship. Did you notice anything?
What ship? When we
Yeah,
landed?
what are you talking about?
Did you not see the door?
What door, Cody?
The door was open for as long as you remember seeing the house.
Yeah, the door's
Okay.
open.
Yeah, the door's open.
Well, maybe not.
What ship? Did you see Mesos' ship? Is Mesos on Therum?
I don't know if it's Mesos.
Okay.
Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
It's good talk.
You guys get into the study, and it's larger than like what a normal study would be. Usually studies are a little cozier, but because of the sheer size of this house and sort of Meso's ego, the study is huge. It's like floor to ceiling, wall to wall bookcases. You can tell in there are some real fancy books, a lot of Earth books, Shakespeare, Aristotle, like a bunch of philosophy stuff, a lot of poetry, a lot of first editions of, maybe not first editions, but a lot of like books from Earth. There's a small cabinet that has some other Earth memorabilia, a baseball, football. There's a bat, like pictures, baseball cards, stuff like that of like sports memorabilia from Earth. And you see the same picture of the Eris team that you saw in the guild, where it's Meso and some of the other crew that worked on the Eris shuttles back on Earth, along with the light smudge that you now know is Penaterus.
Okay, what are we looking for, Cody?
I kind of thought Meso would be sitting here, honestly.
Is the place dusty? Does it look like there's
No,
been no use here? It's just...
this
it's not
place
dusty.
is immaculate.
Cody, is it like one of your movies? Like if we move one of these books, is there going to be a secret lab?
Oh, there would have
Maybe.
to be.
I'm going to do a perception check.
Yeah, I'll let you all do a
19.
perception check since Merrick said it.
17. Not great.
35.
Good, there's my boy. There's my
Hey.
little
Hey,
rat boy.
I'm a skill monkey.
You, Merrick and Cody both go over and just start like pulling random books. But Durrin, you see something that like stands out. You can see that one of the bookcases isn't flush with the other ones. It's barely noticeable, but you can see there's like little tiny sliver between the ones behind the desk. And seeing that, you know that there must be some way to trigger it. And you see on that shelf, it's the only shelf that has sort of like decorations, which makes sense aesthetically because it's the one right behind the chair. So anyone walking in would see, desk, Mazo sitting at it, and then behind are sort of like these valuable trinkets. And one of them is a like statue of a woman holding a bouquet of flowers. And when you touch that, it depresses a little bit, and you hear a as the bookcase slides back and to the left, revealing a elevator.
Hey guys, I found something, and Terry's wondering how fucked up would it be if Mazos was Ratman. So we can continue with that.
I think it was pretty obvious who the Ratman was, everyone. I don't know
he was for the people,
why this is a thing that we're stuck on today.
How would we know?
He was a force of nature.
There was no indication whatsoever.
All right, that's fine. We'll leave it at that.
Into the elevator. I'm just like, I wonder, do we think Azen went this way?
Azen can turn into goop.
We don't use the goop term anymore.
Oh, sorry. He turned into
blood.
What did we decide on? Blood.
He could silver himself.
Silver. Oh, yeah. I don't like any of these terms now. None of them are good.
He turned into silver liquid. So
liquid,
he can go whatever way he likes.
He didn't Ally Mac.
You guys get into the elevator, and it's pretty tight. You can tell that it's not meant for multiple people. It's very much a sort of like a single way, and there doesn't seem to be any like buttons. There's just a like little screen.
Cody, do you want to just like touch the screen or something maybe?
For sure. What can go wrong? I touch it.
It scans for a second your fingerprint, and it says access granted, and the elevator shuts. Then the screen cracks as a peal of red electricity bounces through the elevator, and you feel it drop.
The elevator just drop?
Yep.
Fuck.
What are you gonna do?
Engineering. Fucking engineering. If I may.
I would highly encourage it.
43.
Cool. Because there is no service panel in here or anything other than this one small black touchscreen, you know that any sort of way of stopping this would be a manual release on the top of the elevator.
If we want to stop it, the pad's not working. We have to get on top of the elevator.
I've got this.
I'll boost you up.
Boost me up. I get boosted.
Yep. It's the panel on the thing, like it's meant to open specifically for this reason. You're able to throw open the hatch. You see that you are dropping quickly. Sparks begin flying off to either side, and in front of you is sort of the elevator winch where the cable is, and you see that there's like a large red handle that you can pull. You'll have to give me a strength check to do so.
Just raw strength?
Raw strength.
All right.
Actually, no. I don't like ability checks. Give me an athletics check.
All right. That's a 19 on the dice, baby. That's going to be 32.
Cool. You're able to pull this like emergency brake lever, and for a second there's this like lurch as everyone goes like up into the air for a second and crashes back down as the elevator resumes its regular descent. And it's not too much longer. You get the sense that you got there pretty much right when you needed to as the elevator slows to a stop and it goes ping and the doors slide open.
How are we going to get back up?
What a terrible elevator system. Oh my god.
I knew Merrick should have gone on a diet. We probably broke the weight limit with 3 people. It was clearly a one-person elevator.
There's no fail-safe? Mazos didn't put a fail-safe in the elevator?
You enter out into what almost looks like the foyer of a commercial like lab. It looks almost exactly like the Contra building you visited on Cirth. Except there's no like reception desk or anything, but it's this large rectangular room. There are these screens off to the side and a large screen above. And in the distance, you see 2 double doors that are one is ajar. The other one is sort of like stuck. It keeps trying to open and close in like a loop. And it's just like, but none of the electronics are on. There is just a single flickering light down the hall where these double doors are. And in the distance, you hear a this sound of metal grinding on metal. And then you see the shadow, the silhouette of something lurching through the darkness. The sound of the metal getting closer. There's a now rhythmic thumping of metal hitting concrete, of like a and whatever this thing is getting closer. Hello, Space Jam Dane here to do the things. First and foremost, we hope you're enjoying this week's episode. Second, this week has been sponsored by Zencastr. I talked about it before, but Zencastr is the whole reason that you're hearing this show. We have dudes all over our lovely country. We have Ryan is across on the other end, the East Coast. Terry lives in another city. Niall and I are the only two people who live in the same city. It would be very difficult to do the show if it wasn't for something like Zencastr. It is a all-in-one podcasting studio where we can all just jump on. We record the show. We don't have to worry about backups or losing any progress, because even with a slow connection, you've got crystal clear audio quality and backups that are saved on site. Zencastr makes it incredibly easy for us to get together, record the show. It is stress-free, it's worry-free. It makes the whole experience very easy. In fact, I'm recording this break in my studio, which is a closet, as you know. And then I'm going to literally walk into my living room where I edit the show and download the files all from there. I don't need to do any transferring. It's all right there. You can access them on any computer as long as you just log into your account. Using Zencastr is now super easy to record a podcast. Log in using any browser, start recording a high-quality podcast episode right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Feel a sense of zen knowing Zencastr's multi-layered backups ensure that you always have your recording in the highest quality, even if your connection is unstable. If you've ever thought of starting your own podcast and then realized that you need a bunch of tools and services and platforms, well, those days are over. Zencastr is an all-in-one podcasting platform. You can create your podcast all in one place and then distribute to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. Go to zencastr.com, that's zencastr.com/pricing, and use our code NOQUEST, and you'll get 30% off the first month of any Zencastr paid plan. Once again, that is zencastr.com/pricing, and use our code NOQUEST, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same easy experience that we do for all of our podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story. If you're interested in supporting the show, there are a couple different ways you can do it. First, if you want to pick up some cool TTRPG swag, head on over to MistyMountainGaming.com and use our promo code NOQUEST10 and save 10% on everything in the store at checkout. I think at this point we all use Misty Mountain dice when we're rolling and we're gaming. They also have incredible little like roll trays and dice boxes, all really cool things to just kind of give your setup a little bit of flair, a little bit of personality. So once again, use NOQUEST10 at checkout at MistyMountainGaming.com to save yourself 10% on everything in the store. We also have a Patreon that you can sign up for and support the show that way. Signing up for the Patreon gets you things like the 10-Minute Rest, a new show that we do where we take 10 minutes to talk about the most recent episode. We get you sort of like behind the scenes peeks at what some of the things that they may have missed if they make like a choice. I kind of run through sort of the what if scenarios if they made other choices. We get cast reactions, so the boys react to sort of the things that I have revealed that episode. They're a lot of fun, and they're a great way to sort of like get a little bit more out of the show. We release those every other Wednesdays on the weeks that we don't release an actual episode. On top of that, there's also things like the World Primers, which is a sort of in-depth look at the various planets and factions and creatures that exist within Castle Mall. You also get bragging rights on the Discord and other little bonuses. And finally, we'd love for you to join our Discord. It is a great little community of incredible people, and we will welcome you immediately. As soon as you walk in, you'll be showered with love, and you can check out the fan theories. You can check out the share your pet thing if you have a pet that you would love to show off. We always get very excited when new people show up because it usually means we get another cute, adorable picture of your pets and just hang out and chat with the rest of the listeners and us. To join, just head on over to noquestcast.com, click the Discord link, and you'll be invited in. That's going to do it for this week, friends. We will see you in 2 weeks' time. We hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
Cody, remember anything like this?
None. No.
Should we hide?
I think we should hide.
Hide, yeah.
Hide and go seek time. Activate.
Oh,
I like dip down behind one of the I guess in my head there's shelving running up and like desks or whatever, lab desks.
There's this is more showroomy. So there's little there's planters. This is a little bit more aesthetic than an actual lab. This looks like where someone would be greeted, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's what it gets the vibe of. So yeah, there are benches, and then there are little runners where plants have been planted in. So there's definitely places to hide if that's what you want to do. If everyone is doing that, give me a stealth check, please, for everyone.
32.
35.
25.
Not bad. Way better than I expected.
Great. You guys all managed to hunker down behind some of the half walls and benches and stuff, and you see this hulking shadow against the back wall from this flickering light down the hall get larger and larger and larger, and then around the corner crests a 2-foot-tall robot. Its left axle holding its singular wheel has been broken, and as it moves, it flicks around kind of like a car boot would. And he's a boxy little guy that goes up, almost think like a claptrap from Borderlands.
Oh, it's only 2 feet tall.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Yeah,
a little bit.
we were this is the one person we were guys, we gotta hide. It's so scary. Nothing out, no other situation. I haven't rolled stealth in so long, but I'm we gotta.
It sounds so ominous, heavy.
And he goes up into sort of he's kind of like a tapered rectangle. These 2 grabby little hands, they're like the Lego hands, just 2 sort of a semicircle attached to these ribbed, flexible arms that seem to kind of just dangle and wiggle as he moves. And then a small rectangular screen at the top that has a blue smiley face. And it looks like it's made out of LEDs. It's not a clear. It's a very angular, old school style face, and it just rolls out into the lobby and just goes, "Oh, how disappointing! I thought we had guests."
Hey, Cody, is this a friend of yours?
We do have guests.
Oh,
So much for that stealth.
hello.
I just pop my head up over the thing. Hi, friend.
Not coming out.
It was about to turn around, but it perks up and wheels back and forth excitedly, and then zips over to you. But the broken axle on its left just and it's wobbling all over the place because it's throwing him off balance. And then he finally screeches to a halt in front of you and says, "Hello, welcome.
Hi. What's your name, friend?
I am R1DD, limited edition, but you can call me Riddle."
Hell yeah. Nice to meet you.
Can I make an engineer to see what kind of threats that he has while they're chatting?
He's got a death ray. He's got a nuke strapped to his chest.
Just want to know if it's safe and we can continue. I got a 31.
This thing has no weapon or hostile capabilities.
Cool.
It's Hayden, pretending to be something else.
Oh my god.
Got a gun
That's
behind
the
his
paranoia.
back. I'm Cody.
Yeah, Riddle, this is Cody.
This is Merrick. I don't know why we introduced each other, but it's kind of a thing we do sometimes.
And
It is.
And I'm Durrin. Right behind him.
Just looming over him.
A tiny little panel right below his face screen opens up, and a little red light appears and does a little scan of you guys, and then it pops back in, and the little slot closes back up, and it says unidentified visitors. Registering new visitor. Merrick. Registering new visitor. Durrin. And then it says, welcome back, Cody.
We've met before?
It's been 22,648 days since your last visit.
Jeez.
Someone do math.
Do you know Alpha?
When you say that, its face goes blank, the smile disappears and it just goes to a straight line and says, prohibited subject.
Hey, Durrin.
Yeah.
Can you
Yep.
can you hack him and unprohibit?
Oh.
Well, let's just get a tour first. Let's not hack the guy when we first meet.
Amplifying volume. Please do not hack me.
Are you okay if our friend here fixes your axles so it's easier for you to get around?
Yeah, I'm very good at fixing axles.
That was ominous.
Detecting threat.
It wasn't a threat. It's a promise.
He's detecting threat. It reels back a little bit.
That's just how he talks. I don't know how to apologize for him.
Yeah, he just sounds like he's threatening people all the time. But
I'm just a good engineer. It's fine. We can do it later. It's okay.
it might make it easier for you to get around.
It smiles again and says, assistance would be appreciated. Diagnostics difficult to do alone.
Well, let's take him to. Do you have a bay where we can do some work on you? Get you tip top.
It thinks for a second, and you see like a little like almost like the people's eyebrow kind of thing, where you can tell he's like thinking. And he says, yes, there is a mechanical bay nearby. We can go there.
Lead the way.
Do you want me to carry you?
I am capable. Thank you for the offer, though.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's follow.
As you guys are going, it's just like...
Okay.
But as you guys are entering into the room proper, that red spark hits those TVs, and they all turn on. And what was originally, you can tell the Contra Dynamics logo are on all of them. But then one flickers. And it seems to be a live broadcast from the cube. And it's chaos. You can see that there are people like running around, and they are stealing ships out of the cube infrastructure and flying them away. And they're like, the cube is sort of like being dismantled ship by ship. And the newscaster is standing in front of the pandemonium and the chaos in the atrium and is saying, it seems like the perpetrators are purposely targeting Eris shuttles, the shuttles that can connect to the cube's infrastructure. It seems like that is the target of the current chaos and violence. And you see that there is fighting. There's people being shot at, and it's absolute pandemonium. And then you see a little symbol that comes on that mutes that TV, and then the next one flickers from the Contra logo, and there are people full-scale assaulting Kaya on Goa. It's a sort of like top-down view of a helicopter sort of news cam almost, and there are people just lobbing Molotovs at Kaya, and most of the village right now is burning. Then that one mutes, and it flicks over to Surth, and the whole station has gone dark. And you see rioting, and you see people with this seems to be like someone live streaming, and like on the corner you just see like likes and hearts and like thumbs up and everything, and like emojis popping up.
What the fuck?
And you can tell that it's like something terrible's happening there. There's no power on the station whatsoever. And then again, that TV mutes, and the big one on top shows a scene from Therum, and one of the entire hexagonal districts has been sunk, has fallen into the ocean, and they're reporting on the mass loss of lives. The power vacuum of Sybil Maris's death and Handros's death have left a lack of command, and you can see once again riots in the street. They are attacking the Federation headquarters, and the TVs keep turning on, and you keep getting glimpses of chaos all over the system. Ni has entered a deep freeze, as it seems like somehow the geothermal vents that were keeping Sassalus powered and warm and livable have stopped, gone completely cold. Even the pylons aren't enough. People are freezing to death in the streets as the planet drops into an ice age.
Penny's made her move.
We're in the end game now.
Wait, is this really that?
You said you saw, Cody, I don't remember, but you said you saw an airship be taken or something?
Yeah, it
earlier
crashed into the planet, and then it got swallowed by the Earth.
Got there? Anyway.
Well, that is enough to disbelieve. So, Durrin and Merrick, you get a secondary will save with a +5.
Okay.
Because one, you just saw something happening on Therum that wasn't happening.
Fuck yeah.
Natural 20. Thank God.
Nice. I got a 32. All right, there we go.
Amazing. Both of you succeed on this one and realize that you were under the effects of a modify memory spell.
Oh, my head. What?
What's wrong?
Our minds were being played with, Cody.
Oh. Why didn't you tell me?
Penny's collecting Eris reactors.
I hate this place. I hate this place so much.
I hate this place so much.
This has to be Penny activating everyone who's been silvered, right?
Yes, and she's collecting Eris reactors. She's trying to collect every Valai that she has access to, it seems like.
I guess. We need to...
Our ship
them.
is in the orbit.
We need to get out of here as quick as possible.
And we need something here first.
Well, we have to finish what we started.
Yeah, I know. And then leave. I'm not saying we leave before doing what we came to do. I'm just saying we got to do that quick.
Yeah, we can't contact the ship, right? There's too much static.
Your comms were working when you left the ship.
Okay. Persistence, are you there?
Yeah, there we go. That's about right. That's about right.
All right. We have like 3 Valai on our ship right now.
Yeah.
And me down here.
Well, you're here.
Yeah.
So you're probably where they want you to be. If we saw a ship fly into the planet, she's probably collecting everything here.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see.
Riddle turns around and just says, I'm sorry that this distresses you. I understand. These images are scary. The face starts shaking and it makes like a scared face.
Riddle, if I may.
You may.
When was the last time Penaterus was in this lab?
It makes like the flat-faced face again and goes, prohibited topic.
Of course.
Let's fix that axle.
Threat detected.
All right.
No threat. If he'll allow me, I'll let to do some work on him.
It begins leading you through the like that broken door, and it says, watch your step. Minor malfunctions.
What?
It's just warning you not to get hit by the door. Because there's like one door is open and the other one seems to be stuck. So it keeps like opening and closing and being like, and he's just telling you to be careful.
I thought the malfunctions were about to be something we fight.
I mean, you can fight the door if you'd like.
Durrin, get the door. It's your arch nemesis.
Do it.
I have stats for everything.
Trick attack.
As you are going down, there are still these like tons of these screens, and every time you walk past, that red electricity like jumps from one to the other, turning them on, and it's all different accounts and different video feeds and live streams and whatever of all of the chaos throughout Casamal. You're seeing people getting killed. You're seeing people getting thrown off of the atrium on the cube into the like machinery below. It's bad. It seems like this is a full-scale assault on the entire system, with the Valai technology seeming to be the focal point throughout. You guys get to a sort of like another set of double doors, and Riddle walks up. Another like panel opens up on the front of him, and a little cable goes up into the side and like plugs into it, and the doors slide open, and then he goes through it.
Follow.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely follow.
Cool.
Riddle, while we're making a walk, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, I'm here to assist.
Is Meso currently in this lab?
Prohibited topic.
Oh, of course.
Quick question. What are the prohibited topics?
They're prohibited.
Damn.
Is there anybody else here aside from you and us?
He turns around and says, yes, this lab is fully attended. We have many staff members working hard to provide products and services.
That
Is he
doesn't
lying?
seem...
That makes me... That's so ominous. My God.
He turns around and says, I will show you.
Maybe let's fix you up first.
He says, it's on the way. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
And as he continues down the hall, you see that like the left-hand side opens up into like a window. And as you guys walk by, you can see down onto sort of like a production floor. There's like R&D stations. There's everyone's in like these white like coveralls, like those like white shitty. They're not like full hazmat suits. They're more like movers wear and like painters wear. They're just kind of like the light white shitty fabric. And then they all have like little masks on as well. And they are just walking around down on the floor doing their business.
Oh, it is staffed. Okay.
Well, was it staff of robots?
No, they seem to be people, like different, like all sorts of different like races and species.
What the fuck?
Riddle says, yes. Why are you surprised?
Why hasn't anyone fixed you yet?
I'm not a priority. We are full steam ahead, providing products and services.
Which products and services?
The ones that make your life easier.
Can you be specific?
Can I see what they're working on down there?
Give me an engineering, a computers, or a life science.
I'll do engineering.
Or medicine. I'll take medicine as well.
Well, I got a 35 on my engineering.
Nat 1 medicine.
They're about to cure every disease.
Damn, all right, let's just go.
I think they're curing every disease down there.
What did you get, Durrin?
Oh, I got a 35.
You look over at the people who are doing sort of like the more mechanical stuff, and it takes a second to realize that what they're doing is nothing. Like, they're doing things.
Oh, no, I understand.
But they're not doing, like, none of it is progressing anything. So, like, you'll see someone, like, tightening a bolt and then go over to, like, a rack and, like, pick a new tool and pick a new thing. And then they go over and start working on another thing. And then, like, someone comes and takes that bolt that guy just put on off. And, like, it does, like, they don't seem to be progressing anything forward. They're just working.
They're not making anything down there.
Riddle turns around to you and has, like, an angry face and says,
I mean, like,
they're working very hard.
You're
Our
right.
employees are our lifeblood. They make products and services.
Yeah. I just meant nothing that we're looking for right now. That's all we can.
Can we assume they've been silvered? Set on autopilot or something?
Yeah, or they're not real, or they're robots, or they're...
Amplifying. They're not robots.
But
Are
they
they...
have been injected with the silver liquid?
Prohibited topic.
All right, let's keep going.
Yep.
Let's keep on going, Riddle.
We got an axle to take care of.
We have arrived. And once again, the little, like, cable goes and opens the door to what seems to be like a very well-stocked, like, mechanical room. Filled with tools and bays and, like, everything you could need to put together anything, and certainly more than enough to fix this broken axle.
All right, pop up here, buddy, and we'll go into safe mode, and I'll take care of you.
The eyes narrow and say, I will stay active. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to walk behind the robot, and I point at it, and I, like, look at Durrin, and I, like, mime, like, jacking in. I, like, nod at him and give him thumbs up.
360 cameras activated.
I change into a wave. Thumbs up.
I'm gonna start repairing the axle, and if I find an opportunity to jack it or hack him, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, great. So give me an engineering check.
Start there. All right, I got a 34.
Great. I'm going to say that's a good enough engineering check that has opened up the opportunity, the possibility. But you will have to give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can.
Okay.
I'm going to help by distracting the robot at an opportune time.
Okay.
Okay. What skill would you like to do that with? I think bluff is the
I
cause
wanted
of
to just
distraction.
talk about a forbidden topic so that he was, like, focused on me and, like, busy.
I am going to need a roll for it. So if you're
Okay.
trying to distract him, I'm going to need a bluff, I think.
I only did a 10, so fuck it.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
I'm going to say, just while we're here, Mazo said I was allowed to talk about forbidden topics. That's a fucking 2.
That's great. That's great.
It looks at you and just says, prohibited topic. Prohibited topic.
27 sleight of hand.
Great. Let me do an opposed perception.
Mm-hmm.
It looks sad and says, I thought you were a friend. I thought you were helping.
I am.
Then why are you trying to tamper with my programming?
No, I'm just, doing a once-over, because repair one thing, you have to make sure everything works great. Can I
A
make
little,
bluff?
like, LCD screen, like, tear drops out of his eye and says, betrayal detected.
No. Can I betray him again?
You can attempt a bluff check, yes, if you would like.
I would love to. I was just doing a once-over. Everything's good. 29. So many skill checks today.
He says, please, do not lie. Lying's not nice.
This guy's so stacked.
You know what?
I rolled a 19 and an 18 on these past things, and he has, like, because he's a robot, he has so many fucking, like, bonuses to being lied to and shit.
I grab
Fuck it.
him. I fucking grab him. I'm like, I'm sorry, friend. We need to know. And I just pin his arms.
Oh, God. Oh, no. No.
Okay, give me an...
I'm
You
not.
have to You're gonna have to give me a grapple check for this.
This is gonna be so bad. This is so bad. All the goodwill, any goodwill we built's gone.
That's a 34.
Yes, that will do it. To grab him.
Computer check.
And well, it's not going to be easy because it begins just like peeling out on his wheel and is now like freaking out on the table. You are going to have to actually. Okay, it's gonna. I guess we go into initiative at this point. You've attacked him.
This was a Why did we do this?
Merrick is just standing nearby looking at you guys very disappointed.
Durrin, I thought you had this.
I thought you had... You're right.
Merrick, put those forearms to good use.
What is this robot going to know? It's just the door attendant. It might know something, but it can't be worth this.
Did you hear all those off-limit topics? It must know.
We're going to do this, and it's going to be like, I know that name. And I'm going to be very mad at both of you, okay? Very upset.
Give me your initiative checks.
17. No, 16.
Dirty, naughty 20.
Merrick?
21.
Riddle goes first.
Of course it does. I'm sorry, Riddle. I feel bad. I feel really bad. I just didn't want to go this way.
You can see its face, like its eyebrows have gone into like a sad, the opposite of an angry face, and its eyes are just darting around and like little sweat coming out of it, and it just says, I don't want to do this. If you release me, I won't have to hurt you.
Oh, just release.
Just let him go.
Let him go,
It's
Cody.
not
Let him go,
worth
Cody.
it.
Let him go, Cody. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's a sad little robot.
We need to know, and if you hack him, you can make him not sad.
Oh, this is not how that works.
Technically, this is supposed to have a reflex save, but I don't know if you should get one if you're holding on to him. But I'll allow it. I'll see if maybe you can, try to get away, like, position yourself so that you're not fully touching him.
This is the guy with no weapon capabilities, Dane?
Yeah.
Cool. Reflex?
Yes.
14.
Okay. Riddle disappears, and behind leaves a, static charge. And you take 13 points of electricity damage.
Okay.
And Riddle has teleported away.
Now, Dane, my ley lines say I can do reaction to stop teleportation effects. Is that just ones that happened to me?
Yeah, you targeted you, yeah.
I stand there and I'm like, well, that was bad.
Not our proudest moment, no.
No, that was a really bad one. And now everything in this is just going to be hostile to us, which it should have been anyway. So it hasn't changed my expectations of what today should be going like.
But maybe we would have learned something. Why was he so perceptive and quick?
Cody, you were made by Mazos. You're very perceptive and quick.
I'm not. I can't lie or tell when people lie to me or anything. I tried to lie there and I rolled a 2. And it's a -1.
What would you guys like to do?
I just cry. I curl on the floor and what have we become?
Remember, Cody, we have a purpose.
Hey, I'm sure we can justify it in our minds later. It'll be fine.
Protect the weak, not hack them.
We fought demon things and monsters and powerful things. We couldn't even handle this?
The cube's under attack. It's for the greater good, all right? The little robot might have had information.
A red electricity bolt hits the PA speaker in the corner of the room, and over it you hear, "That was very disappointing. I'm disappointed in you. You've hurt my feelings."
I'm disappointed in myself, if that helps.
I want to just take this. I just want to do a quick rewind and redo all of this.
You hear some noises, some mechanical clicks and whirs and stuff, and then you hear, "I didn't want to have to do this, at least not yet, but now I'm going to make your life a living hell." And the entire room goes dark, and then a soft red light turns on, and throughout the entire facility you hear "Bwah, bwah, bwah, bwah," and Riddle announces, "There are intruders, and they need to die."